Today's episode is brought to you by Calm. Calm is going to help you get to sleep. It's going to help you relax and meditate and make you so happy. So Calm, we'll talk about that today. Also, Robinhood, we are going to help you on your path to becoming an investment guru. We'll find out all about that as well. But let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Cox and Crendor.
Cox and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Live. In 4-hour recording studios. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's the Cox and Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the exciting episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, God.
What?
Hold on.
What happened? Did you get captured? What?
No, there's rain coming in the window.
Oh, is it raining in Chi-Town?
Yeah, it's raining here.
I thought it was raining earlier today, but it wasn't rain. It was my straw.
Oh.
I got a drink, and there was like a rip in my straw, like a tear or something in my straw. So I was sucking up sweet cola. It was squirting out the side of the straw on me. And I was like, is it drizzling? And I only realized then that it was actually the straw that was shooting out like splashes of cola on me. And I was like, cool.
That's, I don't think I've ever had that. Or it's just
I've never had it before today either. So, something new happens all the time. You just got to be on the lookout for it.
That's just sticky. You're not even like refreshing rain. You're just like covered in cola drips.
Like it wasn't a lot. It was like a mist, because it was like a little tiny crack in the straw, and it like shot out at me in the mist form. And so I was like, "Oh, is it raining? It's on my hand." And I looked at it, and then looked at my straw, and was like, "Son of a." Oh well, story of my life. This week, let me tell you, so much stuff happened. Wow. I wrote down so many stories. I wrote down a dream. I wrote down a story about when I was in line and some crazy stuff that happened. Oh, yeah. I wrote down a lot. I'm very pleased. First off, before we jump into this thing, if you want to see us live in Chicago, there are literally like 15 seats left. So if you want to jump on that, coxandcrendor.com. We've linked it a bunch of times. We talked about it in previous episodes. There's literally 15 seats left.
15 seats.
Buy those things so everyone there thinks we're awesome and we sold it out, and they'll be like, "Oh, these guys are amazing. We need to have them come back more." That would be great, and I would love it a lot.
That would be great, yes. You can be in the rain.
Yeah, you can come in the rain and leave in the rain, because it's only a 2-hour show, so chances are it's probably going to be, still be a mess. But who knows? Afterwards, it is a bar. I may never leave. They may have to wheel me out of there.
That's true.
I don't have a clue. Anyway, so where do I even start? Do you want the dream first, or do you want my weird line experience with Teen Girl Squad?
Oh, let's start with the dream.
Okay, I got to go to my notes for this.
All
right. This week I had a dream 3 times. I had this dream 3 times this week. I don't know what it means, but it weirds me out, and I've had it so much that I can I wrote it down in great detail. Most of the time my dreams are gibberish speak. And I'm like, I think this happened, but that doesn't make sense. This time I'm looking at my phone. I have paragraphs of information.
Oh my God. That was a crazy dream.
Okay.
All right.
I think this is a vision. Anyway, I wrote reoccurring dream. Swirling green seas. Water washes around me. There appear to be what looks like mermaid tails thrashing about on the edges of my vision. In the middle, me bobbing up and down on the surface, holding on to something that eventually reveals itself to be a giant mirror. I'm holding on for dear life. I can't figure out why this is happening. I'm panicking. As I stare into the mirror, the swirling dies down, and a voice offers me the chance to have my dreams. 2 options. I think red or blue, but I'm not quite sure. They're presented to me as 2 options. I always say, this is my favorite part. I always say I want to fall in love with a redhead who will always, always love me forever. Then it flashes to what appears to be a redheaded ghost, but in that sort of Japanese horror art style. And she's attacking me, and I always say, come on, that's not what I meant. Then I'm transported creepily to Japan. I'm walking around the streets, and it's me watching my friends through windows eat weird, silly foods, and I wish I could join them, but I can't, because this ghost, evil demon thing is holding my arm and holding me back, and it's very upsetting, and that's when I wake up. 3 times this week I had that dream.
3 times?
3 times.
Okay. Well, clearly, there's something in there relating to trying to find love.
Clearly, yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm literally asking for it.
But your love stabs you, attacks you, destroys you.
That's true.
Mentally,
that could
physically.
either be a chilling vision of things to come and or ever relationships I had in the past.
Maybe.
Any of those are possible.
Oh my God. When it's saying choose red or blue, you keep choosing red and it keeps attacking you, but it's telling you to choose blue.
So what does the blue mean?
You don't know yet.
Yeah, what is... Do I need to... Like, what is that thing where people go into their dreams and they're like, I now control my dreams. Do I need to do that and be like, I choose blue?
Yeah, it's... I think that's what you gotta do. You gotta choose blue. I don't know what would happen if you chose blue in the
Crendor,
dream.
I think you're totally right. Because in my mind, because the way I wrote this down, when you look at it, I'm presented with 2 options. I think they're red or blue. I'm not sure. I just know it's 2 options. And I always say, I want to fall in love with a redhead who will always love me forever. That's because I chose the red choice, Crendor.
Yeah.
I never put that together. You're totally right. I chose the red choice every time, and it held me back. So really, I should be choosing blue, but what does blue mean?
I don't know. That's why you gotta do it in the dream and find out, or you have to do it in real life and find out.
But if I do it in real life, then the internet's gonna be like blue pill, and they'll yell at me. And I don't want that.
Yeah, you gotta do
That's
it.
the
in
last
the
thing
dream.
I need.
All right, we have to somehow get you back into dreamland, and we need to give you like lucid dreams.
That's what I'm saying. I need to go in there and be like, mermaids, reveal your sexy bosoms to me. And they'll be like, oh, Jesse. I'll be like, what does this mirror mean? And they'll tell me, and then I'll solve it. And I'll be like, I choose blue. And the mirror will like shatter, and I'll fall into oblivion, and I'll meet like the Matrix guy. And he's like, vis-a-vis, you figured it out. And it'll be perfect. Right?
Wow.
I think that's how that works.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I kind of want to know what happens too now at this point.
Right? I've had it 3 times. And I feel like it's a warning, but also maybe I'm dealing with something, but I don't know what. It also could be that I keep searching for what I can, but here's the problem. I desperately am like, man, I'd love to date a redheaded girl. I haven't dated a redheaded girl in a long, like, I'm going to say literally 5 years.
It's a warning.
Maybe it's trying to say that I keep looking for something and I find like, I don't know what it means, Crendor. I don't know what it means. I feel like there's a message there though, right? Like I keep saying like, this is what I want. But then when I get what I want, it's not what I want because it's like an evil Japanese horror monster. But then like I see all my friends having fun. I'm like, I'm going to go have fun, but I can't because I'm attached to a horror monster.
Dude, what if the red is the crazy woman that attacks you, but the blue is another crazy woman that attacks you?
Here's the thing. I wouldn't know the moral then. I wouldn't know what I was supposed to take away from this. I'd be like, Dream, help me out here. What do you mean?
Well, wait, what was the start again? You're like in the ocean?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll read it to you again. Swirling seas, green foam, what appears to be mermaid tails thrashing about on the periphery on the edges. In the middle, I am clutching onto something for dear life, bobbing up and down on the surface. It's revealed that I'm holding onto a giant mirror. As I look into the mirror, a voice offers me the chance to have my dreams. 2 options. I think one is red, one is blue, but I can't be sure. I just know it's 2 options. And I always say, I want to fall in love with a redhead who will always love me forever. Very specific, weird thing to say. And then flashes of what appeared to be a redheaded ghost, but in that Japanese art style that's like the horror art style appears. And I'm always like, oh, come on, not what I meant. And then I'm transported creepily to Japan, and the rest of it plays out like usual.
Huh. That's...
So there's like a monkey paw situation going on here, too, where I said what I wanted, and I got something, but it was like the horrible version of it.
Well, what do you think the mermaid tails are?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know. I couldn't even. I don't know. I have not a clue.
Maybe it's like tied into your fear of the ocean.
What if I looked it up? Dreaming of mermaids. Mermaid dream symbol. Dreams of mermaids bring news of tough times. Oh, tough times are coming. What?
Oh shit!
Oh
tough times.
no.
Uh-oh.
Dreaming of water. Green. What about green water? Green water. Oh man, this is whatever condition it portrays in the dream, be it good or bad. Water is used as tidings and prosperity, and so I had churning water, which means that maybe my tidings and prosperity will be bad news, and the mermaids are there to let me know, like, it's about to go down, Cox. Whoa. And then mirrors, right? Dreaming of mirrors. Focus on how we view ourselves in waking life. It indicates if you're committed to understanding who you are. Okay, so basically, I'm looking into this mirror, and I'm looking for... it's a reflection of myself. And then I hear a voice, and the voice is like, yo, pick one of two options. And the option I choose is an option I think I want the most, but it turns out to be this evil, hideous monster. And then I see all my friends having fun, and I'm not having fun.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa, man.
Whoa.
Damn. I didn't think this dream was going to get this crazy.
Yeah, this is a deep dream. I'm sure someone out there has a better explanation of this dream, but, like, it's a deep one.
Yeah, that is a deep dream. I had a dream. I don't know if I brought this up, but I ordered a Panera egg sandwich and forgot to pick it up, and I had to go back.
Of course that was your dream. Of course that was your dream.
But in the dream, I was like, oh, my God, I think they're closed. I went back, and they're like, we threw that shit out, idiot. And I was like, jeez. It wasn't, the exact wording, but that's kind of like, what happened.
Of course. Very, very. Meanwhile, I'm in the ocean surrounded by mermaids flapping their tails, and I'm being haunted by a ghost. And you're like, well, I didn't get my panini, so that's pretty awful.
Yeah. So, I don't know if that means something, or if it was just me being like, just some random stuff happening in a dream.
I'll be real. Like, I've had dreams every once in a while that's like, did I leave the stove on? Or did I forget to do a thing? Or it's like very real that I'll like go in and I think those are those just anxiety driven dreams where like, oh no, I screwed up big time. Yeah, I have those every once in a while, but this one I've had 3 times this week, and I don't know what it means.
Well, is it like the same every time too? Like, are there any different variations?
Yes, it's the same every time.
That's weird. I don't think I've ever had that. I've never had the same exact dream multiple times.
One time long ago, I had the same dream, and it involved, I might have said this on this podcast before, it involved this girl that I, in college, very much, like, just to set up the plot of this, I think it's an easily explainable dream, but I had it multiple times, so just set this up. There's this girl that I knew in college, who she and I were very good friends, and when we first met, I was dating someone and she was dating someone. And then, over the course of us knowing each other, we both broke up with the people we were dating. And then, like, we became very flirtatious, but nothing ever happened. And later on in life, I definitely found out that she was like, I was just waiting for you to make a move. I think we've talked about this in this podcast before. I wouldn't know. I'd be like, I don't know if I should. I don't want to, like, creep her out or anything. So I had no clue. But later on in life, she was like, yeah, you should have done something. And I was like, what? But anyway, It was like very flirtatious, and we would like hang out all the time, and we were essentially just like, that will they, won't they thing on TV shows. It's very obvious we should, but it never happened. And I kept having dreams about being at a mall, and I was going there to meet her, and every time I went to see her, something would get in the way, right? Like it was something different every time, but it's always weird and outlandish. Like one time it was an alien with the body of Britney Spears and the head of an alien. One time it was this dude who looked like a banana. Like all these weird things that got in the way. And she was always on this other side of the mall in the food court, and I could never get to her. And it was that kind of thing where I was just like, I think it was my mind being like, you're putting up weird roadblocks. Just go ask this girl out, right? I think that's what it was supposed to be doing. I don't know. But I had a few of those dreams. And so this dream, I feel like it has to be me telling me something. I just don't know what. I don't know. And it could very well be like, bro, just like go blue. But I don't know what that means, Crendor. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's I feel like we're not going to find out until you get back in that dream.
I don't know how to like start it though. I don't know how to be like, all right, this is the dream I want to have. In fact, the last couple of nights I've had no dreams.
Well, technically you do dream when you're in REM sleep, but you don't
I guess you're right. I
remember
just don't
it.
remember it.
Yeah.
It wasn't vivid as these dreams. Now I need to know. I need to
Maybe
know.
it'll happen now. One thing you can do to remember your dreams is you just wake up and then fall back asleep. So set like an alarm.
But like, how do I control it? I need to see. This is one of those things that maybe also I don't need to control it. I don't know. Maybe I need to just let it play out instead of getting freaked out by the everyone having fun. Maybe the redheaded Japanese ghost takes me to her grave and I cure her of ghostness and she's beautiful.
Damn. Yeah,
maybe
that's quite possibly.
Maybe because I'm so caught up in the FOMO. I'm so caught up in the FOMO, missing out with my friends. They don't realize the person that I have with me is the person I wanted the entire time. And just because I thought she was awful doesn't mean that's actually true.
Here's what you do, all right? Whenever you normally wake up, set an alarm to wake up an hour before that, and then you'll turn off that alarm, and then you just go right back to sleep, and you'll remember your dream.
We're doing this. This is happening. I'm going to figure this dream out. I'm going to figure this dream out, Crendor.
Just do it. It's going to work. Every time I've ever wanted to remember dreams,
this could be a chilling
works.
vision of things to come.
Yes.
This could be a vision. I could be Coxer Thomasing this whole thing. Maybe out there somewhere is a redheaded ghost for me. A very pale redheaded girl out there who's just like, you know what, Jesse? I'm going to take you to Japan. And there, we're going to find my grave. And you are going to set me free. This could be it. This could be it. This could be my one true path to love. You never know. This could be it.
You never know. What was your other story?
So then, another story I had. So my mom and I, she really, really wanted to go to the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And so because I had extra tickets, I took her on Thursday to go. And it was really fun. I got to go to the cantina. I met a bunch of Cox and Crendor fans there. That was awesome. It was so weird, and I drank with them. But in line to get into Star Wars, there were a group of young girls behind us. I'm going to say literally teen girl squad. Young girls. Like they were there were 5 of them, and each one of them, no, this wasn't, oh my God, I'm so dumb. So we were in line at Indiana Jones is when this happened. And the girls behind us were like short redheaded girl with curls, tall girl who like was a little lanky, the girl who was in like almost full cosplay, the one friend who was a little too dolled up to be at Disney, and then the one friend who was like the normal one. And the things they were saying, here's all I wrote down. Because this is the first thing I heard that made me want to listen to them. We're in line, and one of the girls goes, I don't care. I just want a boyfriend. And then the minute I heard that, I was like, I'm in. All right, I'm going to listen to them the entire time. So here's some of the conversations they had, and it was amazing. One conversation was, oh my God, you've got such cosplay hair. And her friend responded, yeah, but yours is golden hour 24/7. And I was like, I love these girls so much. They are the gift that keeps on giving. The next conversation I was listening in on featured this gem. Let's just sit here and ignore rude people. And then the one friend goes, Disneyland is Rude Town, USA. Disneyland is Rude Town, USA? That's my favorite line I've ever heard.
Disneyland is Rude Town. I've been to Disneyland and nobody's ever really rude there.
This girl was just like, ugh, let's just sit here and ignore rude people. The reason why is because the ride broke down and people were trying to leave the line. So they're like pushing past these girls, and these girls are just like, let's just sit here and ignore rude people. And this is one girl's like, Disneyland is Rude Town, USA. Part of the same conversation, much later on, was, people are so entitled. And then another girl goes, when I worked at a theater, popcorn people were like the rudest. And then another girl goes, yeah, always begging for butter. Popcorn people.
Popcorn people beg for butter, dude.
Yeah. And then my favorite line of the day was, Instagram is not the place to tell me about your dog. You don't need context for any of these. These are all perfect lines. They're incredible. She was just like complaining about how one of her friends keeps responding to everything they do, and it's kind of annoying to them. They don't like that she's always like, you look so beautiful. And so they were complaining about this girl, and then they went to her Instagram page, which I think is crazy. They're complaining about her, then they all went to her Instagram page to look at her Instagram, to look at her. And then they were just like, oh my God, every other photo is of her dog. Instagram is not the place to tell me about your dog. It was perfect. It was so good. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah. Those are definitely the types of people where actually there's like, I feel like it's like the little cliques of like high school girls where it's like there's either a clique of high school girls where they're just like that, just like and then there's the high school guys where they're just like, yo, fuck bro, like shit dude, like yo,
if Disney World is any indication of groups of young men and women, every group of girls is like that. It doesn't matter what their clique is. If a group of 4 or 5 girls get together, that's roughly the translation of every conversation. Meanwhile, if young men get together, their conversation is literally just like, when we were in line, we went to go to the Star Wars area, and before there was a bathroom thing that you could go to. And it sounded really weird when I said that, but it was like a bathroom thing you could go to. And so I went to the bathroom, and I as I'm washing my hands, these 5 guys walk in. All of them, I'm gonna say 15, 16, maybe pushing 17.
Right.
And they walk in, and one guy like farts really loud, and his friends like giggle, and then they like pee, and they're like, "Oh, dude, check it out! I'm destroying this cake in the urinal." And then they like go, and they like one out of the 5 washes their hands. They leave, and when they're outside, like they start talking about this girl they know, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll give it to her." And one guy burps, and they're like, "Ah." That is, I hate to break it to you, ladies, that is roughly what all of the. If you're in high school right now and you're like, "What do guys talk about?" That's it. That's the conversation. Farts and burps and like scratching and trying to be gross with each other, and then being like, "Girls, I like girls." That's it.
We'll swap over like, "Yo, bro, Fortnite, dude. Like, I got like a triple kill, dude." And like, man, he's like, "Dude, nice. You watch Ninja?" It's like, "Yeah, dude. I watch like some Ninja, like Twitch TV, dude. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude."
That's it. Men are so completely uncomplicated. Meanwhile, I wrote down 50 awesome lines these girls were talking about. I can't write anything the guys were talking about because they didn't talk. They were just like, burp. Yeah, it was a good one. Real ding-a-linger there, Chuck. What?
Real ding-a-linger.
Real ding-a-linger, Chuck.
That's a real ding-a-linger right there.
Yeah.
It's even thinking back to when I was in high school, like that's how all the guys were there. But like I mainly talk to like the nerdy people, But
Yeah, but
I
even
kinda
then,
like acquaintances.
yeah, even then,
yeah.
the nerdy people, the conversations you would have with nerds would be like, yeah, it looks like she's 010110.
That's gonna be one of those quotes we bring up on episode 300. Be like, who the hell
Yep.
said that?
Every group of guys, be it lowliest of geek or highest of popular kid, every guy in high school, their conversations are not deep.
I wish I had
Rarely-
the social skills to talk with her. Whoa.
Yeah, they're never deep. I don't know what people think guys in high school talk about, but they are awful. Having been one, we are uneducated rubes. We're idiots.
Or just, I would just figure out how to farm gold and WoW.
Like one or two guys alone probably have a great conversation. The minute you get 4 to 5 men, young men, 17-year-old kids in a room together, idiots, giggling, goofy idiots. Doesn't matter who.
Well, I
they are.
noticed, I noticed it when I was in high school. I noticed it after high school. Everybody, they all hang out in like big packs. I think it's because it's like a self-esteem type of thing where you don't want to be alone. Well,
you also don't have to
be a safety thing too.
Yeah, you don't have to be like the star of it either, right? If you're with one other person,
you're part of
you
the
and that
pack.
person have to talk. Yeah.
It's like the mob mentality almost, where it's like, I'm part of the thing, I don't have to say anything, just like, hey dude, we all going over to Pizza Paul's? Like, yeah dude, let's go to Pizza Paul's. Everyone's like, yeah, Pizza Paul. All the other like heads pop up like, yeah, Pizza Paul, and then they all go there and hang out like, dude, this is sick, bro. Pizza Paul's got great pizza here. Like, dude, what if we go to like Milkshake Town, and they all go there. It's like schools of fish.
You know what?
Or like
True.
those gnats. Oh my god, you know those gnats? They all hang out, those big like, and they all fly around, and then you walk by, and they all like buzz around your head, and you're like, ah, and you just like try to get away from them.
So what
It's
you're
like
saying is high school kids are gnats.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
Listen, it makes sense in my head.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes perfect sense to me.
So, but then I feel like then you get older, and then that's when it's like people hang out by themselves more because everyone's like, hey, want to go to Pizza Paul's? They're like, nah, I gotta work. Like, oh, okay, hey, you want to go? And they're just like, no, sorry, I have like a kid now. They're like, oh, all right, I guess I'll go. And then they go alone, and they eat their one slice of pizza, being like, man, I remember when everybody was here, and then that one kid that didn't talk really there was like, hey, it's you. And he's like, yo, finally, somebody I remember. And he's just like, yeah, well, it's great meeting up with you. And he's like, dude, do you want to like hang out or something? He's like, nah, I gotta go. I got a meeting in the morning, so I gotta go. And then that guy's like, well, and then he goes home, and then he's like, man, high school was great. And then he cries.
That seems like a true story. Now, I'm not going to say that you were the guy who showed up and was like, hey, I recognize you. Okay, I got to go. I have a meeting in the morning. I'm not saying that was you.
Oh,
And this is a story that happened to you. But
I never hung out in a big pack of people. I didn't do that. I was too socially awkward. I'll just
Yeah,
go
no,
home
I'm
and play
saying you're
WoW.
the socially awkward guy from the story.
Yeah, but that's like, no, there's a difference. There's a socially awkward guy that doesn't hang out with anybody, and there's a socially awkward guy that's part of the group. I was not part of a group. I just went home and played WoW.
I was part of
or
too
video
many
games.
groups. I had an unfortunate like I was friends with like the most popular kid in our school, so I was always invited to parties, and so I had to show up to parties.
All right.
But then I was also friends with like the nerdiest of the nerds, and I'd just go over to their house most of the time and play games. And so like I'd have to walk a fine line. It was interesting. I don't know that I liked it all that much. High school, especially senior year of high school, was a bit much.
I never had any intention of doing that. I remember some people be like, yo, want to come back to our house? We're playing Halo. Or like, hey, we're going to go do this. And I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I remember one kid was like, why do you never want to hang out? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just not that into it. And then I went home.
I like how some kid called you out too. Like, what is your problem? You're like, I don't know.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. And then I went and played WoW.
Oh, that's your problem. You should have just said, I'm addicted to a video game.
Yeah, but then I remember there's other kids. They're like, yo, what server are you on? And I was like, and I didn't want to play with them because I already had like my guild and everything. I was like, oh no, I can make an alt on your server, and they're like, all right, here's our server, but I never made an alt.
You're an enigma, my friend. You're a riddle and an enigma.
I am actually, you know what? That might have been a guild, the Riddle Enigma.
The riddle enigma?
The Riddle Enigma. So yeah, that was my high school experience.
Wow, I don't know how we got here. I have no idea. Guess because those girls in line. But
Yeah, I
that's
guess
where we
there's
ended
girls
up
in
at.
line. There's always, oh my god, there's always those people. It's like either young college kids or like seniors in high school where they get their first car or something. They all have those like big ass keychains. You know what I mean? Where they have like it's like a lanyard but with their keys on it and always like hangs
Look,
out.
I'm not
going
to lie, I did too. For a while I had that, and then I was like, this is too many damn keys.
Yeah, they always have that, and then they got like the socks and sandals. That's how you know they're like, yo, bro. They got socks and sandals with the big lanyard.
Oh my god. Can I tell you? Hacky sacks. Do you remember hacky sacks?
Oh my god, I remember hacky sacks. There used to be kids playing it like in the hallway.
I've always wanted to sell Cox and Crendor hacky sacks with our faces on them. Do kids still want hacky sacks?
I don't know. There's got to be some like hipster kids that do.
Yeah, they'll buy those. Like I'm like
Yeah.
$5. They'll buy it. It's just like beans inside a sewn together face of us. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Always thinking about the future.
Always thinking about the future, dude.
And that
No doubt.
I want to sell products from 1999.
What if we just sell shit from the past? But
That's what I've been thinking. What if we just did that?
Man, it's not a bad idea, honestly. So yeah, I guess that's what we did this week.
Speaking of what we did this week and my weird dreams, let's talk about Calm. Calm is going to help you get the sleep you so desperately need. Trust me when I say your body is probably not getting enough sleep. Every single one of us can always use more. I think if you're struggling with sleep these days, you're not alone. 1 in 3 U.S. adults doesn't get enough sleep. And if you're not sleeping enough, it can affect your cognitive functions all day. Your learning, your problem solving, your decision making. Clearly, this podcast, all of those things done wrong. Bad problem solving, terrible decision making. That's what happens when we don't sleep. Did you know that a good night's sleep is like a magic remedy for your brain and body? When you go to the potion seller is going to be like, you can't handle my potions. You're like, oh, I can. It's called sleep, bitch. When we sleep well, we're more focused and relaxed. And best of all, sleep makes us happier. That's why we're talking about Calm. It is the #1 app for relaxation, meditation, and more importantly, sleep. Sleep deficiency is seriously dangerous, not just for your body, but for your brain as well. You can get into more accidents. You're more likely to gain weight. It can lead to more depression, right? Like getting good night's sleep helps with all of those things. With Calm, you're going to discover a library of awesome sounds and stories and moodscapes, right? In order to help you go to sleep. Also, help you wake up. Also help you just calm down during the day. There's amazing things on there. Like Jerome Flynn, if you want to hear Braun of the Blackwater read you a story, that can happen. Stephen Fry's on there. It is amazing. I use Calm every single day. Every once in a while I use it to go to sleep, but most of the time I use it when I wake up and I'm like, I want to go on a calming relaxation meditation to start my day. And I love it. Today, can I tell you something? Today, while listening to my Calm tape, I had a revelation. I think the stars gave me something today, Crendor.
Oh, dang.
While sitting there listening to like the mood in the background, the mood music, it hit me. Why is Luke Skywalker not called Luke Lars? If Leia took the last name of Organa, why is Skywalker still Luke's last name?
Oh my god. I never thought of that.
Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader. Wouldn't Darth Vader then be looking for, like, if he knows there? I'm just saying. I feel like there's a lot, like this, the universe gifted me that knowledge. Now it's in my head and I can't get it out. But anyway, right now, Cox and Crendor listeners can get 25% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/Cox. That's CALM.com/Cox. 40 million people have downloaded Calm. Find out why at calm.com/Cox. Also today, we're brought to you by Robinhood. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free, while other brokerages charge up to $10 for every single trade. Robinhood doesn't charge any commission fees, so you can trade stocks and keep all of your profits. Plus, there's no account minimum deposit needed to get started, so you can just jump on there and start investing at any level. The simple, intuitive design of Robinhood makes investing easy for newcomers and experts alike. View easy to understand charts, market data, and place a trade in just 4 taps of your smartphone. You can view stock collections such as the 100 most popular. With Robinhood, you can learn how to invest in a market as you build your portfolio. Discover new stocks, track your favorite companies, get custom notifications for price movements so you never miss the right moment to invest. Trust me when I say the way to make money this day and age is investing, y'all. Robinhood is giving listeners of the Cox and Crendor Show a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help you build your portfolio. Sign up at crendor.robinhood.com. That's crendor.robinhood.com.
That's me.
All right, let's go shopping on the sky with Crendor. How's that trip going?
Well, I'm flying over here and it's raining, but it is kind of clearing up. But we still got some showers out there. The thunder's gone, but hey, you know what? Roads are a little slick, a little wet out there, so watch out. If you're driving, you got some slick roads, unless you're not here, in which case it might be dry. Then again, it might be snowing where you are. I don't know. It might be cold. It might be dark. It might be bright. It might be light. I don't know. That's a Dr. Seuss rhyme for you. And I'll tell you what to do. Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. Now let's go over to Crendor at the weather desk. How's that weather?
Hey, it's the weather desk. We haven't had a good old Whoppy bot in a while, so let's kick it over to our weather bot, Whoppy. Whoppy activated. 4, 4, 4, 2, 2. Abreula, Spain. Abeula. Abeula. Teruel, Spain. 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 61 degrees Fahrenheit. High, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Low, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Monday.
Hey, Whoppy.
What?
What is this city called again?
Abehuela, Teruel, Spain.
Okay.
Monday, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Monday night, 58 degrees. Tuesday, 83 degrees. Tuesday night, 60 degrees. Humidity, 55%. Slightly moist.
I don't like that. I don't like the way it sounds. Especially coming out of Whoppy. Slightly moist. Like, no. Not a fan.
Hey, but I only needed to whap him once to turn off. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, he's getting better.
He's getting better, dude.
What is going on in sports?
Sports. Well, we had some pretty decent sports news. We had the NBA draft happen. The Zion Williamson went number 1 to the Pelicans. Probably one of the biggest players to get drafted since like a LeBron James type. Like, he's supposed to be crazy. Then in the NHL draft, Jack Hughes went number 1 overall to the New Jersey Devils. Those are like the 2 big guys going into their sports of choice. Then football are getting ready to start up training camp pretty soon. And baseball is still happening. They are still playing bases and balls. And over in the World Cup, let's see what's happening in that. Looks like France beat Brazil. England beat Cameroon. Australia and Norway tied, but it's got Norway with the thing. I don't know what that means. And Germany beat Nigeria. Tomorrow we got Spain, United States, and Sweden, Canada. Woo-wee.
Who do you think's gonna win?
All right, I think it's gonna be United States versus Sweden.
Really? And who's gonna win that?
Probably Sweden.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that completely.
Yeah. But wait, okay. Wait, World Cup. Let me see the bracket. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so you got Germany, France. Looks like Norway. Oh, wait, so I guess Norway beat Australia in a tie. I don't get how these ties work. Are they like, I don't know. So yeah, then United States, Spain. So then the winner of that plays France, apparently. So United States would play France or Spain would play France. And I mean, France is playing at home, so maybe France would win. I don't know. And then Sweden, looks like Canada would play Germany, whoever wins that. And it looks like, yeah. Italy's at the top of their thing over there. All right, well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to predict, those are my predictions, so I'm saying Sweden, America.
I'm not sure what
France.
you just predicted. I don't know what you just said. It was all gibberish. You were like, and then they got the guys over here. That's okay.
I mean, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, okay.
And that's sports.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Bom, bom. Uber Eats driver caught masturbating in car after he dropped off food. That's one people have been sending in.
I mean, I love it. That's what people really think that's the one we want. Like, guys, did you hear about this guy who jerked it in his car after he delivered food? I'm happy he did it after.
Yeah.
That's considerate, if you ask me.
Here's the thing with this. Like, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in this story. Literally the title. They're going to be like, an Uber Eats guy delivered his food, and then he jerked it in the car, and they saw him and called the police. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
All right, let me read this real quick to clarify. He's arrested, masturbating in the car, fast food delivery. He's 30 of Newark, dropped off food, 23-year-old woman in Hackensack. But after realizing the food was delivered in a bag that was not stapled, the woman approached the car with Porto in it. It was then that she saw him jerking it. She recorded the incident before he left and called the police. He was charged with lewdness. Uber called the allegation disturbing and unacceptable. We've been in touch with customers, so we'll make sure. And that's it.
Yeah, so we learned nothing. Learned absolutely nothing.
See, that's what I mean. That's one of those. Now, this looks like it could be a winner.
All right, here we go. I'm ready.
Spider-Man seen pressure washing roof of Florida home during rainstorm.
Okay, yeah.
Now, this type of thing, you don't know where it's going.
Yeah, I have no idea what this story is.
It's not every day you see Spider-Man taking time away from crime-fighting duties to pressure wash a home.
You're right.
George Martinez posted a video to Instagram of Spider-Man washing a roof while a storm was on the way. It's pouring with lightning and thunder in the background. I look out my window and I see this. There he is on the roof. Hold on, can I?
Amazing.
There you go.
I love this guy already. I like how in my mind it was he had a hose thing, but this is literally he is like holding one of those like
yeah,
like one of those like scrubbers.
Yeah, he's holding a scrubber.
Spider-Man really is friendly and neighborhood.
In the video, two men are heard debating whether Spider-Man was tethered or just relying on his spidey sense to keep him safe. Turns out Spidey's alter ego was a worker with Sunset Paving and Pressure.
His name is Peter Parker.
He's the father of a friend of mine who owns a cleaning company, Martinez said. He got the suit for Father's Day, and the rest is history.
No, that's not history. You can't just say he got the suit for Father's Day and then did this. Why did he do this?
Yeah, why'd he do it? Like, was he out of clothes? And he's just like, I'll put the suit on. Was he looking for somebody to record him? Was he like trying to entertain people? Like, we got to interview him, the source.
I have so many questions about this entire thing.
I do too. There's also one people sent. Police find satanic ritual dungeon in Chuck E. Cheese basement. Say garlic bread was used to lure people to their deaths. That can't be real.
That's not a real story.
That's not a real story. There's no way.
Garlic bread was used to lure people to their death? That's probably
like
my favorite headline I've ever heard. Garlic bread lured people to their death.
Ooh, garlic bread on the ground. I think I'll eat it.
Ooh, another garlic bread. Ooh, another garlic bread. Dead. Garlic dead.
Garlic dead. I get it. It rhymes with bread. And it implies the story. I should understand. Let's see. And that That might be the big news stories people sent us. I think that's like it.
Wait, so is there nothing about that story?
No, they didn't even talk to the guy.
Who got lured into the Chuck E. Cheese?
Well, wait, hold on. Let me type it in. Well, it's just like a picture of the article. It wasn't actually a link to the article.
Oh, so we don't even know if that's a real article.
Dungeon garlic bread. Hold on, we'll find out.
Dungeon garlic bread is not something you should ever type into Google. Dungeon
well, I already
garlic
see
bread.
A big thing that says false.
Yeah,
Rating,
I mean, I knew it was
says
false,
rating
but I didn't
false.
want to know it was false.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it couldn't be true, but now that I know it's not true, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, I don't. That's, yeah, no, that didn't.
Oh.
Sad times. You just hope for these types of things.
Yeah, you hope that there's going to be a dungeon in a Chuck E. Cheese, and when it doesn't happen, story of my life.
That's another great quote for years later.
All right, well, I guess that's it for us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening and watching, or however you're enjoying. Crendor, hit them with the socials.
Sure thing. Hey, you know what? This is what you got to do. You got to check out youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. That's going to give you all the fun animations of this show you're looking for made into good actual animated clips. Then, if you want to listen to us talk more, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. You just throw podcast on the end of it. You'll find all the backlog episodes dating back to episode 1. Also, you can go on soundcloud.com/Cox and Crendor. You can search us on Spotify. We're on iTunes or whatever they're breaking iTunes into, and probably some other stuff thrown in there. Also, follow us on our actual socials. We got twitter.com/Jesse Cox, twitter.com/Crendor, facebook.com/Jesse Cox, facebook.com/Crendor, youtube.com/Jesse Cox, youtube.com/Crendor, twitch.tv/Jesse Cox, twitch.tv/Crendor, and that's it.
Alrighty. Well, that's it for us. We'll see you guys next week. And as always, boop, to be continued.